Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and a very good morning to ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to today's webinar on a topic of utmost importance, the social media dilemma, understanding its impact on teenagers. So for today, I am your moderator for this session, Nur Atira Miti Abdul Majid, and I am delighted to be here to guide you through this critical discussion. So I'm pretty sure you guys are very excited for today's topic as I have been stated it before. So now let's start this program with a prayer to be led by Muhammad Nakuddin bin Rosman.
Thank you very much for our moderator. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Before we start our webinar, let us put our hands together and pray to Allah to ensure our program goes smoothly on this blessed day. Al-Fatiha. A'udzubillahi minasyaitonir rajim. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahirabbil alamin. Rahmanir rahim. Maliki yaumiddin. Iyyaka na'budu wa iyyaka nasta'in. Ihdinas siratal mustaqim. Siratal ladzina an'amta 'alaihim ghairil maghdubi 'alaihim waladdallin. Amin. A'udzubillahi minasyaitonir rajim. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alamin. Hamdan yuafiq mazidah. Ya Rabbana wa lakal hamdu wa lakal syukur. Allahumma shalli ala Muhammadin fil awwalina wal akhirin. Allahumma ya Allah, our God, by praising and thanking your presence for all your blessings and graces that you have showered upon us, on our leaders, society and country. Allahumma ya Allah ya Rabbana ya Karim. Make today's webinar event a useful assembly of knowledge as our effort to provide knowledge as a university organizer that is beneficial to the academic community of our students, lecturers, and alumni as future leaders. Ya Allah, Ya Rabbana, Ya Karim, this event is intended for nothing but to gain your satisfaction, O Allah. So please give us guidance so that we can carry it out well. Allahumma Ya Allah, Ya Rabbana, Ya Karim, make all of us who follow the webinar today to be a superior generation in the future that can be beneficial for ourselves, our families, the nation, and the country. O our wonderful forgiving, you have tested us with your power, with our times in this very earth, where we must remain grateful and strive to always submit and obey your commands. Have faith and fear Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, because Ya Allah, you grant us health, strength, sincerity, protection, and guidance. Alleviate the suffering on this earth so that we can carry out our normal activities with full blessings and your pleasure. Iyyaka na'budu wa iyyaka nasta'in. Rabbana taqabbal minna innaka antas sami'ul alim wa tub alaina innaka antal ghafurur rahim. Amin amin ya Allah ya amin. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I will pass it back to our lovely moderator.
Amin amin ya rabbal alamin. Thank you so much Muhammad Nakuddin for the prayer. Ladies and gentlemen, we are honored to introduce our distinguished speakers for today's program. So each of whom brings insight to our discussion. So I would like to introduce our very first speaker, who is Professor Madya IRTS Dr. Muhammad Norazali bin Haji Muhammad, an esteemed academic lecturer at University Tun Hussein of Malaysia, UTHM, with a specialization in information, computer and communication technology (ICT). Dr. Muhammad Norazali's extensive knowledge in this field will shed light on our understanding of the influence of social media on teenagers. Besides that, we also have our second speaker who is joining us today, Mrs. Alna Hanana, an accomplished academic lecturer from Andalas University, Indonesia, and she is an expert in the media and communication field who already have a Master of Science on Science Ilmu Communication. Her profound insight will provide us with a comprehensive perspective on the complex interplay between social media and us who is a younger generation, I would like to add. So together, this distinguished expert will guide us through an enlightening discussion on the social media dilemma, understanding its impact on teenagers, which is our topic for today. So to set the stage, I would like to briefly introduce our topic for today. So nowadays, media has become an integral part of life of teenagers, and its impacts on their well-being and also development is a subject of growing concern. So through this webinar, our speaker will provide valuable insight into the positive and also the negative effect of social media among teenagers, as well as the online safety and digital literacy. Furthermore, Our speakers will guide us through the nuances of social media, dilemma, and the impacts on teenagers. So for the very first session, let's begin with our speaker. We'll talk about the positive and negative effect of social media on teenagers. So without further ado, let's start with our very first speaker, Professor Madya IRTS Dr. Muhammad Nur Razali bin Haji Muhammad. I would like to say that the stage is all yours. Sorry, Doctor, you forgot to turn on your mic.
Okay. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and good morning. Okay. So thank you for the and for the introduction. Okay. First of all, let me share my screen. Okay, can you see my screen?
Yes, Doctor.
Okay, great. Okay, first of all, I would like to inform that I'm not actually an expert in this topic, social media. I'm a professional engineer and a chartered engineer. I'm teaching engineering in electronic subject. But as a parent and as an educator for 20 years, and also a user of social media, I can relate to this topic, I think, which is interesting and which I would like to share today. So hope that you can also hear and also take notes on it's actually a knowledge sharing. Okay, I would like to share my knowledge on social media as a user to you. Okay, you can call me Norzali. Okay, and the content of my talk, first I will talk about what is social media, types of social media, and types of content on social media statistic and facts, the pros and cons of social media, and positive, negative influence on youth, and some of known issues with social media, and also some tips on the online safety and tips before posting anything in social media. Okay, to kickstart the talk today, I would like to make a quick survey or quick poll on these three questions. Okay, which social media platform that you use often, and how long do you spend on social media every day, and do you sleep near or with your mobile device? Okay, I think I will minimize my screen, okay, because I cannot see the participant. Okay, I just can I ask the participant today? Maybe siapa Nakyudin. Hello Nakyudin. Ada?
Before that, Doctor, can you like make your slide bigger?
Bigger.
Like
can you see full screen?
Yeah, full screen now. Sorry.
Okay. So okay, Atira, can I ask you what is your social media platform that you use often?
My social media platform that I use often is probably WhatsApp or Instagram.
WhatsApp or Instagram, okay?
Yes.
Okay, good. Okay, how long do you spend on social media every day?
Basically, I think all day long, except for when I'm doing any choices.
Oh, okay. So this means that you are on social like 24 hours, yeah, in a day.
Around that.
Do you sleep near or with your mobile device?
Yes, I did, because I use my mobile device as an alarm to keep me awake during the day.
Okay, good. Okay. Okay. Thank you for the feedback. Maybe I can ask Nakyudin. Nakyudin, can you? Yes.
Yes, I can.
Can you answer the question? Yes. Which social media platform that you use often?
One of the many social media platforms that I use often is Instagram, Reddit, and YouTube, if that is considered a social media.
Yes, yes. YouTube is also one of the social media. Okay, I've never used Reddit. And also another one. What was that?
Instagram.
Instagram, IG. Okay, okay, okay. You don't use Facebook?
No, I don't. I don't use it.
Okay, okay, okay. I think the older generation do use Facebook rather than, I think the generation Z, they prefer using IG, okay, rather than Facebook. So I think yes, I've never used Reddit. So what is actually Reddit?
Reddit can be said to be like a place where you visit communities depending on what your interest is. So if you're in maybe say a genre of music or something, there's
Okay.
probably a subreddit for it.
Oh, okay, okay, okay. So okay, so it means that you can share your interest, your hobby, maybe like music file, share the music video with the community.
Yeah. Anything that the community creates, they share with each other.
Oh, okay, okay, good, good, good. I think never use that. I think that's a new platform. Maybe I will try later. Okay, how long do you spend on your social?
Mm, Not all day long, definitely, but when I first start using it, I think it's gonna be for a long while until something comes up.
Oh, okay, okay, okay. So you are not 24/7 with your handphone or social media.
Yes, I
Okay,
mainly
okay,
use laptop more than my phone.
okay, okay. So you are more on calls rather than data.
Hmm.
Okay. And do you sleep near or with your mobile device?
Yeah, I do sleep near it. I think it's just more. It's just because that the phone is such an important part of my life now. I don't think I can go anywhere without it.
Okay, okay, okay. Thanks for the feedback. Okay,
All
another
right.
one. Irsha, can you hear me? Can I ask you this question?
Yes, doctor. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. So, which social media platform that you use often?
I would say maybe Instagram, TikTok, of course,
Oh,
YouTube
okay,
sometimes.
okay, good, good. YouTube. Okay. So, what do you use YouTube for? Is it for entertainment, hearing music, video, or maybe learning something new?
Usually, when I use YouTube, it's for educational purposes. I stream my music on another streaming platform, so I don't really listen music on YouTube.
Oh, okay, okay, very good. So, how long do you spend on social media every day?
If I check my screen time, it's about 5 hours for a daily average.
Oh, okay, 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 good. So, do you sleep near or with your mobile device?
Yes, I use it for an alarm. So yes, of course.
Oh, okay, okay. Okay, thank you for the feedback, Atira, Nakyudin, and Irsha. So, for the feedback, I will explain. Oh, yeah. So I'll make it full screen. Basically, the definition of social media: media is a communication channel through which news, entertainment, education, data, or promotional messages are disseminated. Okay. So basically, media it has a vast meaning. It can be a broadcast media, print media. Okay, it can be a newsletter. It can be a magazine. It can be a billboard. Okay, uh, it can be outdoor or indoor. home media, or internet. Okay, yeah, the social media, the definition itself has a broad meaning. Okay, but social media, in a proper definition, social media are web-based communication tools that enable people to interact with each other by both sharing and consuming information. Okay. So this is basically the introduction of social media to user. Okay. Just now in the in the question, in the quick poll just now, you have mentioned that you are not into Facebook. Okay. So basically, the prominent age for Facebook is between, it's for millennial. Okay. I think it's not stated here, but it's here. As you if you can see, where is my pointer? Hold on, I'll get my pointer first. Where is it? Okay, no, never mind. Okay, so we can just see the age here. Okay, so it's Facebook is 25 to 34, Instagram is 18 to 24, Generation Z, TikTok. Okay, you can do TikTok shop. Okay, you can it's reaching a young audience. Okay, showcasing product and also lifestyle. 18 to 24. Okay, YouTube. Okay, it's the second biggest search engine. Okay, 25 to 34. LinkedIn. Anyone knows about LinkedIn? No, you're not into LinkedIn. Okay, I do LinkedIn. Okay, I have my own LinkedIn. LinkedIn is the biggest professional network social media. Okay, so as a professional, okay, it's a good platform to search for new work, okay, job related information, disseminate about your work and gain network in the same professional LinkedIn. In the network. Okay, so I'm into LinkedIn. I'm also into the Facebook. Okay, YouTube. I do create my own. I have my own YouTube channel. Okay, during the COVID period. Okay, I teach and I record my class and then I post it in YouTube. Okay, so Pinterest. Okay, basically it's for fashion. Okay, it's images. Okay, infographic. Okay, if you want to search for infographic, you go to Pinterest. Okay. Atira, have you used Pinterest?
Yes, Doctor. I
Okay,
use it for like looking for any inspiration.
Oh, okay, good. I think that there's a lot of nice, pictures. The infographic. Okay, for inspiration, and then if you want to look for tips, okay, you can go to Pinterest. Okay, and then Twitter. Actually, they have when Elon Musk bought Twitter. Okay, he had changed the naming. Okay, it's not Twitter anymore. It's X. Okay, and starting to charge the customer for the usage. Okay, it's a declining user, and it is mainly for advertising use. Okay, so basically these are the prominent social media in the market. Okay, and then so what contents work based on social? Okay, so this is a source of a survey conducted by GWI figures in April 2023. It's a recent survey, okay, based on 30,467 social media users in 11 countries aged 16 to 64. Okay, so if you want to look at the more than 50 percent, which is if you want to go to search for like funny funny information, maybe you can go to TikTok or Instagram or YouTube. Okay, informative platform, you can use Twitter, Lincoln, or maybe Reddit. Okay, Reddit.
Doctor, I'm sorry to
Yes.
interrupt you, but currently your slide is not moving.
Not moving.
Yes. Now it moved.
Okay, can you see?
Okay. Yes, thank you, Doctor.
Okay. So these are the. Can you see the slide?
Yes, yes, I can see the slides.
Okay, okay. So depending on the what your intention, okay, what is your motivation, you can choose which platform that you want to go. Okay. So social media statistic and facts, the internet has 4.2 billion users. There are 3.03 billion active social media users on average, and people have 5.54 billion social media accounts. Okay, the average daily time spent on social media is 116 minutes a day, almost 2 hours. Okay, just now I asked Atira, you are 24/7 with social media. Okay, and that works out for a new social media user every 15 seconds, and teen average spend 5 hours a day on their phones. Is this a good thing or not? Okay, so a study found that 71% of Malaysians sleep with or near a mobile device. Okay, so this is an alarming thing. Okay, okay, because of the how exposure to blue light affects your brain and body. Okay, by disrupting the melatonin, smartphone light, sleep schedules, and all kinds of health problems. Okay, okay, the disruption to your sleep schedule might leave distracted and impair on your memory for the next day. A poor night's sleep caused by smartphone light can make it harder to learn. Okay, over the long term, not getting enough sleep can lead to neurotoxin buildup that makes your even harder for you to get sleep. Okay, and then increase the depression, obesity risk, cancer, cataracts, and can damage and harm your retina over time. Okay, so basically limit your time with a smartphone, or maybe use a spectacle that have a blue light filter or screen filter. Okay, so better not use a smartphone before you go to bed. And then the pros of and cons of social media. Okay, so as you can see, Facebook, it's easy to set up and control from variety device, but there's a privacy issue. And it is there's a lot of scammers. Okay, marketing campaign can be time consuming, has become very ad focused. And in Lincoln, allow networking opportunities from direct business relationship, enable sharing of knowledge and expertise. But the business to business focus means audience is limited. Okay, and ad can be poorly targeted. Okay, leading to potential overload irrelevant content. How about Instagram? It's simple to use, fastest growing social media, appeals to wide audience, but the link doesn't work in caption. Okay, you cannot provide link, and the limited integration capabilities. Okay, Pinterest, as user are encouraged to discover content for themselves. There's not much emphasis on actively engaging your audience. Images are hyperlinked, and the original source selective following ads appeal to audience. Okay, and then YouTube. Okay, I think everyone knows YouTube and use YouTube. Allow you to connect more directly with your audience. Can be used to explain complicated concept more easily than using text. User don't need to follow you to discover your content. Can be found in search engine result. The quality editings need to be top-notch result, and can be embarrassing if it is done badly, and require greater planning and time investment. Okay, than other channels. Okay, so basically these are the pros and cons. Okay, oops, next. Okay, so these are basically those do's and don'ts. in social media. Okay, so let's go on the don'ts. Don't steal images, don't expect instant result, don't take haters personally, don't compare yourself to others, don't obsess with perfection, don't spam in group, don't be fake, don't focus on the metric, the likes that and the followers numbers. Okay, don't let it consume your time, don't ignore comments, don't be overly promotional, and don't engage in drama. Okay, so and then effect of media in family. The negative effect is addition of internet, depression, violence, increased social risk, pornography, zero interaction with family, no family time, no time physical activities, game, eating disorder due to role model. Okay, so my advice is try to be more social and less media. Okay, as you can see, there's a lot of negative rather than a positive. Okay, try to balance. Okay, and then limit your time with the social media. Okay, try to be more active socially, face-to-face interaction rather than media interaction. Okay, so the positive influence of social media on youth is on education, relationship, job opportunities, always in touch with the world. Social media as e-commerce, okay, development of discussion, information communicated too quickly, awareness being informed. Okay, so I have limited time, and okay, it's but I think I don't have time to do the explanation. I think you guys should know. Okay, there's a lot of positive influence, the positive thing about social media on youth, and there's also a negative influence on social media on youth. Okay, spend less quality time with your loved ones, effect on physical effect, fitness, okay, negative effect of e-commerce, misinformation in terms of security, privacy, increase the stress, adverse effect on sleep, and sometimes it's a waste of time. Okay, so these are known issues with social media, okay, like spam, cyberbullying, cyber stalking, okay, self-image manipulation, fake news, privacy, and security. Okay, so as you can see in this image, okay, people, okay, while the content creator searching for followers, searching for likes, okay, there are also people who give hated word, okay, write hated word in the comments, okay, and words cast, rumors destroy, but bullies kill. Okay, so try to ignore and don't try to be one of them. Okay, and then the negative effect of social media, okay, anxiety, less self-control, overeating, hive mind, fear of missing out. Okay, FOMO. Okay, I think you are familiar with this phrase. Okay, you are afraid not living up to the trend, and okay, and also PTSD. Okay, which is stress trigger, lower self-esteem, and depression. So these are basically the negative effect. And social media addiction phase. Okay, so as a content creator, maybe the person usually thinks about followers, about likes, okay, from their social media platform. Okay, so I think they can generate money, but it's not a career. It's not a career. Content creator is not a sustainable career which you can get income. Okay, it's the main source of income. Okay, so just remember this. Okay, maybe when you are a teacher later, when you graduate from IPG, okay, do tell the students that limit your time, and then don't take the comments, and okay, if you want to be a creator, content creator is good, but try to it's not the main source. Okay, try to get a proper source of income. Okay, and then as an online safety, okay, follow the SMART rule. Stay safe online when not sharing your personal information. Do not meet anyone who you have only become friend with online. Do not accept messages and friend requests from people you don't know. Not everything online is reliable. Okay, people online are strangers, and can't always trust everything that say. Tell an adult you trust if anything happens online that you do not like. Okay, practice this smart. Okay, and then last but not least, okay, think before you post. Okay, before you post, try think. Is it true? Is it helpful? Is it inspiring? Is it necessary? And is it kind? Okay, I think in a short time, I think that's all what I can share on this topic. Okay, thank you for listening. Okay, back to you.
All right, thank you so much, Professor Madya IRTS Dr. Muhammad Razali for the sharing. I also definitely agree with all of the shared that have been given, such as the effects and also some of the positive effects on social media that have done to our young generation nowadays. So I hope that our viewers can take a very good notes what have been shared earlier by our first speaker. So moving on, let's move on to our second speaker. So first and foremost, we all know that our second speaker, Mrs. Alna Hanana, who is an academic lecturer from Andalas University, Indonesia. So to begin this session, I would like to give a little bit on our spotlight on our topic. So often we heard of the many atrocities that happen in digital world. However, more often than not, the cases involve some form of cyberbullying that happen right beneath our very noses. Like for the most recent issues right now is about Palestine. So this is a critical social issues that will be addressed by our lovely esteemed speaker. And through this webinar, she will be discussing and highlighting the issue that is cyberbullying as well as the concept of online safety. Moreover, after providing insight concerning the issue, she will then begin sharing her own views and also emphasize on online safety and also digital literacy. So without further ado and not wasting any more time, I would like to give Mrs. Alna Hanana, the stage is all yours.
Thank you very much, Atira. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, everyone. Thank you for the opportunity for me today. Before I will try to share my slides first. If we cannot, okay, cannot. So maybe you can help me to share the slides. As already explained by Atira, today I will share about critical media literacy. So critical media literacy is things that we use to prevent all the negative effects on social media. Can you share my slides?
Yes.
Okay. First of all, for the introduction, okay, you can see in the beginning. Okay, the next one. Okay. When we're talking about media, previously, Dr. Norzali has already explained to you about what is the positive and negative impact that media bring to us. But we actually human has already been living with this media since hundreds of years ago. I mean, like media is not just only social media; it's also including books, movies, songs, paintings, video games, photos, podcasts, and then also the previous mass media such as television, radio, and also newspaper. And then media is something that we human use as a method on communicate something to a lot of people in at the same time. Okay, so that's what media is. And then next. Now, since the era of social media and the era of internet, there's thing that we call as cyberspace. So, because today's media is very different with the traditional media, we have like society and also the digital citizenship in a space called cyberspace. So in today's digital era, we know that everybody can share anything very quickly, easily, instantly at the same time. And also we need to remember that not all chains of text message, news, or viral content relevant to our life and can be trusted, or is it true? Like Etienne also said the example Palestinian. We know that the mainstream media have their power to control some news and also some sort of content. So do not trust media. I mean, like even it's big media or small media, this is not based on how big or small the media is. So also since the new cyberspace of cyber like also seeing and then also uh, um is for crimes that are space, and why media in general is very important because traditional media or the conventional media own company, I mean radio is owned by rules or easier to control. Yeah, no, by it's very dangerous. For example, cyberbullying. Cyberbullying is all activities that are using chats, text, or social media to share harmful or mean content about someone else. This more to mental and emotional loss of the victims. So cyberbullying, but also not only for mental or emotional. Cyberbullying can also two extents of material losses. Also physical. I mean, like sometimes cyberbullying is not only on cyber, but in physical, they're also got physical bullying. And there's also hacking. Hacking is regarding the privacy issues and involving being misused in cyber media. And it can cause material loss or it's including the illegal access. I mean, like when your credit card is used by someone else, where your personal information is used for anything uh, illegally, things like that. There's also phishing, and then there's a lot of terms in this hacking area. And then there's also pornography. Pornography contains obscenity of sexual exploitation and at arousing sexual desire and violating the norms of decency in society. So this is also very dangerous, especially for children, because there's a lot of content that have pornographic issues there, and then nowadays children can access it freely because it in television, for example, or in cinema on previous era conventional, we can ask the television to regulate several contents can only aired at several time, for example. Also in cinema, if you want to watch several cinema, there's also minimum age if you can go to cinema. But nowadays, because of the YouTube, because of all of the social media and also a platform that's available on the internet, pornography can be accessed easily by children's below age, anywhere, anytime, and usually the parents even don't know about what their children consuming, things like that. Okay, next. This is what we call it two sides of a coin. And then because some people always telling about the freedoms of expression in social media, relationship freedom of expression. And for example, cyberbullying is a very complex and multifaceted. I mean, like, how can you differentiate, is this a freedom of speech, or is this belong to cyberbullying? I mean, like, we need to remember, that's why we call it self-regulation. I mean, like, it's very difficult to regulate all people because it's a global networks, and then you can meet people from all over the countries, and then there is very difficult to have a common regulation because we have different values in from one country and another. So the freedom of expression must be protected based on our self-regulation. Then it is important to realize that freedom expression can be sometimes can be abused or turns into cyberbullying. Therefore, a context of a problem cannot be generalized. I mean, like, because what I said before, different from one country to another, one area to another, it's always case by case. We cannot just generalize things on internet easily as what we do on the previous media. So achieving balance required full consideration. So it needs a legal frameworks, ethical considerations, and also collective efforts to encourage responsible on this online behavior. So however, with the abundance of content making, this is very difficult to respond to each case immediately because there's a lot of cases, and it is incumbent on a society to navigate its own legal landscape by encouraging responsible online behavior. This is what we call a critical media literacy. How we can manage our self or do self-regulation when we are consuming media. Okay. Next slides. What is media literacy? Yeah, this is what I said before. This is the ability to access, to analyze, to evaluate, create, and act using all platform of communication. Okay, next. There's five component that there's in media literacy. When we are talking about access, I mean, like, we have to constantly ask ourselves about what kind of content are we absorbing and how do we get to it. I mean, like, that is the access. I mean, like, are we watching from platform, from YouTube, from TikTok, from Instagram, things like that? Or what kind of content that we watch on that platform? What kind of news that we heard from that platform? What is the message that we receive from that platform? And then after knowing what content that we are accessing, we need to analyze. I mean, like, does the message make sense? I mean, like, how, I mean, like, we, after receiving the message, after accessing some kind of information, we have to analyze that information. And then after analyzing, we need to evaluate. I mean, like, are we aware of each message is created by someone with their own goals or opinions? I mean, like, evaluate mean, for example, when we watch advertising, or not advertising, I mean, like, some kind of review, for example, in TikTok or in Instagram, from famous people, maybe influencer or maybe actors, we need to evaluate. I mean, like, does they do the review maybe honestly, or maybe they do it for money? Is that sponsored? Things like that. I mean, like, we need to know, and we need to aware any message made on social media is created by someone. And when they're creating that message, they have their own goals and opinions. The goals and opinion do not need to be, I mean, like, material goals or things like that. Maybe they want to share ideologies, like for this Gaza, Palestine, and Israel case, for example. They sell their ideologies, their opinion, or maybe they just want to do a self-branding image. I mean, like, they want to look good to other people. I mean, like, there must be something, the purpose when they are posting some kind of message or some type of content. And then when we move to the next step is create. What is the media creator responsibility to those who view it? I mean, like, we need to be aware when we have digital literacy or critical media literacy. We knew that we have responsibility on what we post, on what we see. but sometimes people just stop until the first level. I mean, like the access level. I mean, like we see, and then we believe. I mean, like we do not do the analyze, we do not do the evaluate or the create. And the last one is the act. I mean, like what you do with the information. What I mean, like, do you share information without filter, without, I mean, like recheck the truth of the information? For example, the news about something. I mean, like, for example, what is that? Maybe not apple, pineapple can reduce cancer, for example. I mean, like, without rechecking the truth or the facts about that information, you just sharing without filter. I mean, like, what you do for the information you receive? Are you doing rechecking, or are you sharing that information to other people without responsibility, or you just keep it to yourself, or what? I mean, like, that's the last stage of digital media literacy. Okay, next. Okay, we need to remember there is media message versus media effects. Media message is the values and ideas that are promoted through a content or information or postings or things like that. And media effects are the influences that or consequences to the audience. So every message on the media, social media, postings that you see, that you like, anything that have values and ideas, and that values and ideas can affect or influence or have consequences to the audience. We need to remember this. I mean, like every time we saw something, we saw a postings, we saw information, we saw anything on social media, we need to do that 5 steps. I mean, like we need to analyze, evaluate. I mean, like who make this, what for, things like that. That's what we need to do as a self-regulation in social media. Okay, next. How to be a safe digital citizen. Some of these points already shared by Dr. Norzali in the previous presentation. Maybe next. This one is protect your information. You keep your private information safe and avoid sharing it with strangers online. Unfortunately, people who does these mistakes, not only children or young generation. Sadly, there's a lot of older generation also do this kind of sharing private information to strangers online. For example, when you are using dating apps, for example, you share your personal information, where do you live, where you teach, things like that. So based on previous research that I did, I mean, like the educational background, there's when you have higher educational background, doesn't mean that you also have higher digital literacy skills. So that is why we need to always tell to people that we need to really think before what we did in our social media or platform online. So yeah, and then next. Think before you post. This is already also taught by Dr. Norzali. What is think? Is it true, helpful, inspiring, necessary, and kind? Consider how the post might be seen by others and avoid anything inappropriate. Because you know what, when we are doing texting on social media or text messaging, we are not seeing other people in person. So it like we have this kind of barriers, or that we feel safe to just say anything. I mean, like that's not true. That is why nowadays in a lot of countries in the world, they have regulation about hate speech. I mean, like, do you you have to be responsible on what you post, and this could be bring you to the legal or law. Legal. If you break this, you can be. I mean, like maybe go to jail, police, or something. It is that's depend on the country. I mean, like even countries also think about this seriously, things like that, about our posting, hate speech, bullying, things like that. Okay, next. Use strong password. This is important to choose unique, difficult to guess password and never share with other. Difficult to guess, I mean like do not put your birthday as your passport password. Do not put your name or anything that can be easily guessed by other people. This is very important. And do not use just one password for all of your accounts. I mean like I very suggest that you use different password for different accounts. So if one passwords get other people knows one of your password, they only can access one of your accounts. I mean not all of your accounts. That is why it's very important. And then next, verify online friends. Do not add or meet online friends, people you don't know personally, without parents or trusted adults permission. This is for teenagers, kids, but this is not only for teenagers and kids. This only for us as an adults, because I mean like a lot of adults using dating apps, and that is also a lot of cases happening, that a lot of harassment or criminals act that do because of the strangers kill someone based on when they meet on the dating app. So this is not only for younger generation, this is for all of us because it's dangerous to meet someone we don't know personally just by ourselves or without any other trusted people knowing. Okay, next. Be cautious, use privacy setting, watch for scam, viruses, and report any suspicious activities. So you have to know your gadget, your devices, know the privacy settings. A lot of cookies in your internet and your device, so you have to be cautious about that. And then be critical and question everything. This is what I said before. Do not believe everything you read online. There is a lot of incorrect information. And then you need to be critical by keep asking and understanding why an author did something. This really need to ask it why. Why did he post it? Why did he do this? Why and why and why? I mean like, why did the author use that image, for example? Atau why did the editor use that kind of title? I mean like, we need to really think anything we saw on social media, on Instagram or internet platform, we need to think and be critical and questions everything. And then, okay, this is my last slide. We need to do a reflection. How can we understand and engage with media in productive and positive way? We can use the 5 of critical media literacy that we've been learned and discussed today. Apply the 5 skills: accessing, analyzing, evaluating, creating, and acting to become a media literate. So, since I said in the beginning, today's the media cannot be controlled by the government only or by any legal or institution just based on one country. I mean like, we need to have a self-regulation skills to protect ourselves from all the negative effect of social media and all platform in the internet. So I hope all of us can apply all of these skills that we discussed today forward and share it to other people near us and in our lives. Okay, maybe that's all for me. I think this is the last slide, right? Is there another next? Okay, yeah, that's all. Thank you very much for listening. I hope that's helpful. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Okay, Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you so much, Mrs. Al-Nahanana, for the sharing. So what I can conclude from her sharing just now, we all need to know that social media is not all about entertaining. It also have literacy and also steps such as the 5 steps, which is to access, analyze, evaluate, create, and also act. And also, if we do not follow those 5 steps, it can create like a cyber crime, such as cyberbullying, and some more example that has been told by our speaker just now. And also, think before we post. Is it true, helpful, inspiring, and necessary or also kind. And you also need to make sure and ensure that your social media use a strong password and then things like mentioned before. So I might just conclude a little bit of that. Thank you so much. So without further ado, let's move on to the Q&A session. So with the question and inquiries provided by our attendees for our respectable speakers. So for the first session, which is the positive and negative effect of social media on teenagers, I would like to call upon Dr. Nora Zali.
Yes.
Okay, Doctor. So for the very first question, in your opinion, what are the possible negative impacts of excessive social media usage on academic achievement and time management among the teenagers?
Okay, thank you, Atira. So excessive social media usage among teenagers can have a lot of negative impacts on the academic achievement and time management. Okay, why it's important to note that not all teenagers will experience this effect. Some potential negative effects such as this decreased academic performance, procrastination, okay, reduced study time, sleep disruption, increased stress and anxiety, and fear of missing out, reduced offline social interaction, addiction and dependency, poor time management, privacy and cyberbullying concern, and shortened attention span. Okay, this is very alarming. Shortened attention span, especially for the not only teenagers, for babies. Okay, when you when babies being exposed to early smartphone or videos. Okay, so there's a lot of studies shows that constant exposure to short attention grabbing content on social media can contribute to a shortened attention span, which can make it difficult for teenagers to sustain focus on academic tasks. Okay, I think that's my answer for the first question.
All right, thank you so much, Doctor, for the first question. As a student myself, I also definitely agree with the procrastinating, reducing sleep time, and also addiction, because we easily get addicted to something that interesting or something that we like. So in my opinion, as a student myself, I also think that sometimes I procrastinate a lot on social media rather than doing my studies and my studies basically. So for the second question, so due to the excessive of social media among teenagers nowadays, do you have any suggestion on how parents and guardians can guide their teenagers, children to use social media responsibly? Even like what Dr. just said just now, even the small kids nowadays also use social media and they get exposed very early in their age. So what do you think suggestion that parents and guardians can do?
Okay, absolutely. Guiding teenagers on social media responsibility is crucial. Okay, me myself as a parent, I have 4 kids. Okay, it's crucial for their well-being and development. Okay, some suggestion for the parents and guardians is like open communication. Maintain open communication with teenagers. Encourage them to talk. Okay, face-to-face interaction rather than social. And then help them to understand what are their social media usage and any concern they might have. Okay, and then as a parent, we can set a clear expectation. Okay, and also be a role model. Okay, and then educate on privacy, on security, encourage critical thinking, and also monitor and supervise periodically, check on teenagers' social media activities. Okay, ensure that they are following the guidelines you have set. Okay, and then teach time management. Okay, in social media. Okay, and also maybe respect also their independence. Okay, for sure, as a teenager grows, it is essential to balance guidance with giving them some independence. Okay, to make their own choices. This can help them develop responsible decision-making skill. Okay, remember that every teenager is unique. And the approach that work-based may vary from one individual to another. And then building trust and maintaining supportive, understanding relationship is key to guiding your teenager toward responsible social media use. Okay, that's my answer for the second question.
Okay, thank you so much, Doctor, for the insightful answer just now. So that's all the questions that we have for Doctor. Okay, moving on for for our second speaker, for Mrs. Alnahanana. Are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, thank you. So I'll ask the very first question. So for those who are attending right now, the webinar might be unaware. So can you share your very personal insight into the importance of responsible online behavior and your own experience with online safety?
Okay, this is interesting. There's a lot of cases actually that we can search or we know there's in internet as well about these online safety issues and how a lot of people, young people, not responsible with what they're doing in internet and platform to other people. For example, when you open the Instagram, you can see a lot of hate speech happening, a lot of bullying happening. I mean, like when someone to talk another and they are fighting on the comments chats, commenter on the on the chat comment. So this is a lot of cases. So we need to remember that um, there is law and regulation that regulate this kind of things. If there's related to religion and then race and then what is that things like that, there will be law that can be punish you do not if you do not follow the rules. And then the question again is the importance of responsibility. It is very important being responsible in online or social media activities. We need to remind other people, our kids, just like Dr. Nuzuli, I also have 3 kids. I need to remind them, be careful of what you watch on social media, be careful on what you post there on social media, use kind words. I mean, like, it is needed the supervisions of adults and especially parents and teachers. Yeah, teachers and parents are 2 very important aspect in reminding children about having good behavior online. So if the parents and the teacher do not have that kind of um, ability or skills, then the impossible for children to have that kind of ability and skill. So it have to be started from the educators, for example, teachers, and also especially from their parents. So we need to give them a good example and remind them on daily basis for being good and being safe when using social media.
All right. Also, I definitely agree because nowadays, like as I said, a very current issue about the Palestine, all peoples are fighting in the comment just for their own opinion, to express their very own opinion. So that is some of the online behavior that is might not suitable and that is not really responsible. So the very last question for our second speaker. So, in your opinion, what are the ethical boundaries when it comes to balancing free speech and preventing cyberbullying? Because just now we talked about the responsible online behavior. So, in your very opinion, what are the boundaries? What are the ethical boundaries? What should we do in order to be a person that prevent the cyberbullying and also balancing the free speech in the social media?
This is a very difficult and interesting question actually, because putting boundaries is very hard in the global environment. I mean, like if we are talking about a regional or national environment, it will be easier because I mean, like people who live in the same countries or the same region will have the same values about what do and don'ts, or what is appropriate or not appropriate in one countries or religion. But if we are talking about a global environment, I mean like nationwide, all over the world, it will be very, very difficult. I mean like for example, from me in Indonesia and also Malaysia, for example, we have this kind of value that we hold, and it will be very different with the value that hold in the Western country, for example, in America, related to the freedom of speech, right? So to make it easier, we need to remember these three kind of things that or losses that happening when it included in cyber crimes or a negative effect. If it give physical or mental or material loss for someone, if someone experience losses and maybe they have physical loss or mental loss or material loss, this will be included into crimes or cyberbullying. I mean, like, so we need to, if so, even if the one who writes do not think that will hurt. For example, I write something. This is just a usual comment, for example. But if someone who receive it feeling mentally abused or physically abused or materially abused by that kind of post, that was already included in cyberbullies and crimes. So it is very important to know who we are talking to, and then really knowing that there are a lot of values that hold with different people that using platform, social media platform on Instagram. So even though, for example, I'm American, I need to remember, people who are reading this are not only for American, for example, for us, not only from Malaysia, not only from Indonesia, not only one type of people. So we need to be considerate, and then remember our postings, our comments or our content could not have the physical or mentally or materials for somebody else. So it's very difficult, and until now there's still a lot of debate about this, because we found a lot of cases about of this, I mean, like boundaries about freedom of speech and cyberbully or hate speech on social media. There's a lot of long debates, and at least we can remind ourselves, okay, this is not just a one type of people or one type of nation and values that we face globally on the platform, on internet platform.
All right, thank you so much for the answer. So that with that being said, like, it's very important for people to actually have knowledge on the media literacy, because when you do have that knowledge, you will definitely follow all of those and will not do any mistake. Think about people who are reading, think about their also, like, what are they are feeling when they are reading, after they are reading, and also to remember that there is not only the person who are reading the comment is not from the same country, so it might be scandalous, religious, and have a very, what's to be said, like, different understanding in each country. So to conclude today's webinar, explores the complex worlds of social media and its significant influence on youth by investigating the positive and negative impacts of social media on teenagers, and also providing important insight on how it influenced their life, just being told by our very speakers here. Due to that, social media clearly plays an important part in the life of today's generation, because we all use social media every single second, maybe or may not. So due to that, social media clearly plays an important part, and from stimulating communication and creativity to raising concern about cyberbullying and also mental health. So in conclusion, we should never forget that the social media dilemma is a continuing issue that need our unwavering understanding and attention. So that's why the knowledge come in handy. So teenagers need to be led toward a responsible and appropriate use of social media by their parents, teachers, and also communities. Even the small children right now also have used social media in such an early age. So we hope that After watching this webinar, all the attendees will be more capable with the knowledge to assist teens navigate the confusing world of social media. As a teenager myself, I also know better on how to use social media better by the statement given by both speakers just now. And also, we appreciate your attendance and hope that we can all collaborating to provide a secure and positive online experience for the next generation, which is very important, no matter where we are. So last but not least, I would like to express my sincere gratitude to both Dr. Norazali and also Mrs. Alna Hanana for their valuable insight and expertise. We hope that this discussion has provided a comprehensive view of the social media dilemma for the teenagers. On behalf of the TESLA team or my class team, which is TESL 3, I would like to thank you for your active participation and interest in today's webinar. We look forward to having you in our future session. Until then, stay safe and take care. Goodbye. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you for inviting me. Assalamualaikum.
Can we take like a picture first before?
Yes, yes.
So all the participation can open your camera. Okay, I will count now. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Okay, one more. 1, 2, 3. Last one. 1, 2, 3. Okay, thank you so much for both our speaker today for attending this webinar. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you. Assalamualaikum. Bye.
Waalaikumsalam.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Rina.
Thank you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam.